Welcome to Shop Talk with Vesta Settlements. My name is Allison Radin. I am a closing agent and a business development associate here at Vesta. And today's video is going to be all about transaction management. What is it? What are the advantages? If you're thinking about getting into the transaction management business yourself. And I am so honored and delighted to have Krissy Shellenberger with us. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. She owns her own company called Real Advantage Transaction Management. So I am going to let Krissy tell us all about your company and all about transaction management, the advantages, etc. And so without further ado, let's get into it. So Krissy, what started you in the transaction management business in the first place?
Allison, thank you so much for having me here today.
You are.
I could talk about transaction management all day long. I love the TC world. I really believe in what we do. I'm really passionate about it. I was born into the real estate world, literally showing homes in the womb. So I come from a family, my mom has been selling real estate for 35 years.
Oh, wow.
So really started early. And after college, I got my license here in Virginia. And then I ended up getting married. So kind of learned the ropes here. My husband was in the military, and his first station was Alaska.
Oh, wow.
So we moved up there right when we got married. I got my license in Alaska, and I sold real estate in Alaska.
Oh.
So that was an interesting experience. I only sold for about a year and a half while we were there. Loved it, learned a lot, but I also learned that transaction management and real estate in general, it's very different among the states. So I thought it was a little more universal. I moved somewhere new. It was completely different from Virginia.
Was it?
So we started bopping around every 6 months or so, and I realized I can't learn the process, the paperwork, the laws in each state if I'm only there for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I figured I need to find a way to stay in real estate because it's what I love and enjoy, but be able to move around with my husband's career.
Yeah.
So from there, came up with the idea of a TC. It was before TCs were really a known thing. Mm-hmm. So agents, they didn't know how to take it. They were used to having admins in their office. And so I kind of had to explain what that was and how that could fit into their business. But from there, it really evolved, and I started that company up, Real Advantage, about 9 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
So we've been doing it for
9 years.
quite a while. Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about Real Advantage. What services do you offer? Tell us about it.
We offer contract to close, listing coordination, and then about a year and a half ago, we started marketing. So bread and butter for sure is the contract to close, and that is full management of the process from ratification through settlement. I like to say that we're a very hands-on, white glove service. So a lot of agents work with TCs now, and there's some TCs who are kind of in the background, kind of funneling paperwork around. We are very heavily involved. So a TC is really there to keep the train on the tracks, to be a main point of contact, tracking all the contingencies, being an eagle eye, really just being a partner for our agents.
Yeah. I love that you use the word partner.
Yeah.
And not just someone, as you said, in the background, just kind of moving papers around, but you're fully engaged with your clients.
Absolutely. And the relationship piece of it is really important to us, especially over the past couple of years. I think 2020 and 2021, it was just like a flurry. It was so busy. And now that we've been able to take a breath, it's been really nice to re-engage with our agents, to build those relationships, to meet with people in person. So that's been really important to us because that partnership, it's so much more than a third-party vendor. I mean, we are an extension of agents' business.
Right.
And that's really important, an important value of ours.
So you said you meet in person. So do you meet every agent in person? How does that work?
We don't. And when I started this, I came back here and kind of launched it. And then I moved to North Carolina for 4 years. So I'm really proud that I was able to build the business here without being here.
Yeah.
So I did not get face-to-face with many agents. I did make a trip up once or twice a year to meet with agents. Mm-hmm. But really, I was able to build it without being face-to-face. And then I moved up here, literally days before COVID hit.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was really excited to get back here, and then was not seeing people face to face for at least a year. So it's been nice to be out and to get back in front of agents and be able to meet people in person. So.
And then you have a team, so it's not just you.
I have the most amazing team. I have an incredible team, and I have always said that I've grown my team slowly. So I keep my team small, full of really incredible people, not looking to run a factory. Everyone on my team has amazing experience, amazing customer service. I always say that real estate is very learned. It's not innate, it's not common sense. You have to be in it to understand what real estate is all about.
That is so true.
It
so
is.
True.
So I think same thing on the TC side, and even more so in ways on the TC side, because agents rely on us to be the eyes and to catch the little details and to make sure things are staying on the tracks. So my team is incredible, experienced, kind, customer service based. A lot of them, almost all of them are here locally too, so we can meet for events, for coffee, for lunch. So again, the relationship piece of our business has really blossomed in the past couple of years.
And they know the local market. I think
Yes.
there's an advantage to that as well.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's insane how different real estate is in different areas. I never knew it until I was involved in real estate somewhere else, and that really made me know. And even here, the difference between, say, Virginia and Maryland, it's so different.
Yeah.
So we manage contracts Virginia, Maryland, DC, West Virginia, and then we just expanded this year into Florida.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So walk us through a day in the life.
Oh gosh. Day in the life.
Day in the life.
Well,
now, I imagine.
Because my hair is always in a ponytail.
That means you're seriously down to work.
We are in the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
You know, real estate, it's an interesting industry, and there's a lot of TCs out there who are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Don't talk to them after 5 p.m. on a Friday. And there is no way we could service our agents and do the work that we need to do Monday through Friday. It just wouldn't happen. So we work a lot. We work like a realtor. We are available, and a contract comes in on the weekend, and we're pushing it out as quickly as we can. We're people. We have families. We have lives, and I think the agents we work with respect that. But I also think it helps with the partnership and the relationship, as they know they can rely on us. So that's really important to us too.
Absolutely.
So a day in the life is behind a computer screen. I mean, we are processing contracts. We are getting our tasks done. Luckily, we can work anywhere we have a computer and Wi-Fi. So that's something really special about our team, is we don't have to be in an office. We can all work from home. I think we all really enjoy that.
Yeah.
So really a day in the life is us in front of a computer. We've got a lot of coffee. We've got a lot of water. But yeah, it's really computer heavy.
So when a contract comes to you, I imagine you've got a process all set up as to what happens once you receive that contract.
Absolutely.
So just give us a basic idea of what that process is once somebody sends you a contract.
Sure. When you send us a contract, we do a thorough review. So we'll go through everything, again, eagle eye, making sure the check boxes are checked, making sure all the signatures, initials, all the paperwork, all the forms, everything your office is going to need. Doing a thorough review. We calculate all of those contingency deadlines. We do an intro email to the agent's client so that we know that we are a part of their team. We send out a copy of the contract to title companies, lenders, the other agents, so really just kind of putting everything in one concise place for everybody. And then from there, really managing the whole process. So communicating with all parties, scheduling, tracking contingencies. I think a big piece for us is agents always negotiate, and they will always advise their client, but we do become a main point of trusted communication. So your client can come to us, they have a question, we're happy to answer it with a smile, I always say, because we get busy too, and we have to make sure we take a breath, and we make sure that every communication with all parties is kind, consistent. So I think that's another reliable piece. If you find the right transaction coordinator, it can be somebody with that customer service piece that's going to enhance your own business.
Absolutely. And just like the title company, you know, we are, when agents refer, their clients to us, we take that very seriously because that's
Absolutely.
their reputation.
Agreed.
So same for a TC, that's their reputation.
Yeah.
And especially since you're so involved, that's
Right.
critical to have that customer service.
Well, and we love our title processors, and we get to know them really well.
Oh, yes.
And that's another piece. Vesta is one of our favorites, of course, and just being reliable and being able to communicate. If you have something, great. If you don't, say, hey, I'm working on this, I'll get it to you. I love that about our relationships with title also.
Thank you. That's very nice. So this may be like a no-brainer, but why should an agent hire a transaction management company?
Yeah. How much time do we have here? Because I could talk about
we've
this
got
all
till
day.
1 o'clock.
I could talk about it all day. TCs, there can be so many reasons that you can hire a TC. It can be, to have a second set of eyes. It can be for the detail-oriented piece if there's an agent who's not detail-oriented. It can be for agents who want to double or triple their business. It can be people who want to spend more time with their families. I think for us, we've been in this business for 9 years now, and we really are a trusted resource for not just agents, but we have relationships with title, with lender, with signpost installers, with photographers. So it's a small world, and I think we've become kind of a valuable resource for people. So I feel like the reasons for hiring a TC are endless. I really believe in the model, of course, but I think it's really a no-brainer for agents. For our contract to close service, you only pay when it goes to closing. So it's like professional help that you don't have to hire, you don't have to train. They're always available, and you only pay them when you get paid. So for me, it really is a no-brainer.
That is absolutely a no-brainer.
And in our market today, a lot of people have in-house assistants who they have to pay big salaries, and not knowing what's going to be coming in over the next year, that can be a big nut to cover. So I think it's really nice to have a trusted resource that you don't have to be committed to paying a big salary.
Yeah, and then you're also helping with a listing service and a marketing service. And I know there's quite a few people out there who are just uncomfortable with marketing, just don't know quite what to do, and that's a huge advantage, no pun intended.
Well, as we all know, video is so important right now. You have to be out on video. And we have Abigail on our team. She does all of our marketing and our listing coordination. She's incredible at it. She's way better at it than I am, which is why we have her doing it. So she's an incredible resource for us as well.
That's part of having a good team, right? Everybody's
best.
Strengths.
Our team, thank you for bringing that up, because our team, we all have a certain level of experience, but all of us bring something different to the table. So every TC on the team, we have a different personality, different little quirks, different ways of doing things, but we all kind of come together and make an incredible team.
So when do you, what do you tell agents as to when they should consider hiring a TC? I'm sure there's that point at which agents think they're doing it on their own and they're managing, but then they get busy. And so what's the timing that you recommend to agents?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think the system and process we have built works for anyone and everyone. So we work with individual agents, we work with agents on teams, we work with agents who do 5 a year, we work with agents who do 150 a year. So we've really tried to build our service to be what any agent could need. So I have agents who come to us and they've only done a couple of transactions, and they really want us to have that experienced set of backup eyes, so I understand that. I have agents who have been doing this for 30 plus years, and they want to hand off kind of the back end stuff so that they can be out with their clients. So I think whatever an agent's reason might be for having us step in, there is value there. That being said, I think it is important for agents to understand the process themselves. So I do believe that agents need to understand what their role is, and then what our role is as a TC. So that piece, I think there needs to be a knowledge for agents. But once they have that, a TC can just enhance their business.
Yes, I agree 100%. I'm a former agent myself. And so, yes, I think to really fulfill your fiduciary duty to your client, you should absolutely have that knowledge. But having a TC is just huge,
Yeah.
huge for anybody. And it's so good that you mentioned anybody from someone who's just had a few transactions under their belt to all the way to really busy teams. There's an advantage for that, for sure. Are there any services that you offer agents that they may not know about that's, you know, kind of like the cherry on top?
The services we offer are the contract to close, the listing coordination, and the marketing. But something that I think an agent might not think about, and I did a video about this on Instagram last week because I just thought this was incredible, the value of a TC. So we helped a buyer not lose a $50,000 EMD.
Wow.
There was a contingency kerfuffle, nobody caught it. We went back and we looked and said, here it is. The buyer didn't lose their $50,000 EMD because of our TC team.
Yeah.
So I think just having that is huge.
Yeah, absolutely huge. And again, speaks to partnership. You're not just filling out the paperwork or keeping track of the dates.
Right.
It's a full partnership, and that's absolutely huge.
I love that. Yeah.
So, is there anything else that you would want to tell folks about being a TC? What if people are thinking about getting into the transaction management business themselves? Any advice about starting?
I think it's an amazing industry. I do, like I said, think it's something you need experience. So I have people send me resumes all the time. So people are sending me resumes, they're interested in the industry. It really has become a community now. So when I started Real Advantage, there was no community. Now we do a yearly conference, so there really is a TC community, which is really fun. It's been fun to watch that grow. I think getting into the TC world, you only learn by doing. So I think you have to get out there, you have to get the experience, join a team that kind of already has systems and processes in place, that has a reputation. So that would be my recommendation is you can go out on your own if you have that experience, but you have to have that experience to provide the value for agents.
Yeah, really good advice. I've got a couple more questions.
Yeah.
The first is, what book or podcast has influenced you, personal or business?
Yeah, I religiously listen to the Brian Buffini podcast. I love him. I like that he values hard work. I think he's genuine. I listen to him every week. I think his podcast comes out on Tuesdays, and I listen every Tuesday and just really enjoy the little tidbits and the nuggets. There's no quick, easy way to success. It is hard work and it's good work, and I really like that method.
Yeah, you need that. You can't just come up with all of that.
Yeah.
None of us can, all of that info on our own, so
Yeah.
it's always good to listen to somebody. And then what goal do you have for the year ahead?
Yeah, my goal, I kind of have two. So definitely expanding into Florida. So we've really started that process. We've gained a couple of agents there. I've been able to make a couple trips down there and meet face to face, which has been really fun and really important. And my other goal is really to enhance the lives of my team members. So when I started Real Advantage, it was definitely a single focus. I was a military spouse. I needed to have a job where we were working. And then as my team has grown, my why has completely changed to enhancing the lives of the people who are on my team. That has become really important to me. So I think just sustaining and helping the TCs on my team grow and live their best lives through TC work, that is a goal of mine.
Well, that says a lot about you as a business owner and a human being, and your team are lucky to have you.
Thank you. Appreciate
You
it.
are welcome. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
it's been
Really
so fun.
appreciate your expertise, your time, and sharing your knowledge.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you for watching this video with Shop Talk with Vesta Settlements. We hope you join us next time. In the meantime, if you need anything, we're here to help.